die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
What is up, my gorgeous summertime mates? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be doing a budget challenge. So, long-time commenter, mate of the channel, Fasil, helped me come up with the idea for this video. He said it'd be cool to pick out 3 fragrances that you could sort of feel for every occasion at $60 Australian. I sort of tweaked that and I've made it $100 because here in Australia, with the way inflation is going, with import taxes and all of that jazz, $60 is quite a limiting budget. I mean, you can do it, but you would be relegated to sort of maybe 1 good fragrance and 2 like ultra budget fragrances like Nike and Adidas, things like that. And that would be probably too easy and a little boring. So rather than doing that, I'm just setting it at $100, a combined total of $100 Australian. But before I get into that, I want to mention the fragrance of the day, and that is Guy Laroche's Drakkar Noir. This is my favorite fragrance of all time. It's in my #1 spot. I've had a bottle of this since I was about 13 years old. I just cannot get enough of it. Reminds me of my dad, but in the best possible way. Aromatic, it's a little floral, it's very masculine. And the way that lavender is presented in this is the most masculine presentation of lavender I've ever smelled in my life. It is absolutely divine. It is incredible. It's been kicking since the 1980s, and that's how you know it's still an amazing fragrance. The longevity. Performance is solid, compliments are solid. I mean, nowadays not that many people are wearing this one. They're not wearing a lot of the 80s DNA fragrances anyway, just because some people think they're a little outdated. But trust me when I say this, wearing 1980s fragrances is going to get you bulk compliments because you're not going to smell like everyone else, and that counts for a lot these days. So Drakkar Noir, you can pick up a 200 ml bottle of this for less than $60 Australian, or you can get the 100 ml bottle for about 35 bucks. Either way, it is an incredible scent and it is an essential men's fragrance. Also, if you want to enter my giveaway for Amaf Les Parfaits pour Homme, got to be subscribed to the channel, got to be in Australia, got to be following the Aussie Marcel Instagram, and if you haven't entered yet, just drop a comment below. I'll add you to the giveaway. It's going to be pretty chill. I mean, you don't have to pay for shipping or anything like that, but at the moment, giveaway is only for Australian entries because the shipping prices right now are disgusting, and I ain't paying friggin' $100 to send a little package like that. So yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway, just drop a comment below. Don't worry about re-entering though, because I've got your name saved to my phone if you've already entered. Now let's get into the budget challenge, starting things off with Davidoff Cool Water for $25 Australian, 125 ml. When it comes to summer, this is the epitome of the best summer fragrance you can possibly imagine. $25 Australian, gets you something that smells incredible, performs decently, is affordable, and it's probably my go-to after shower scent. This is one of those scents that I love chucking on before I go to bed just because it sort of reinvigorates you, it freshens you up a bit. It smells absolutely incredible and it checks every single box. It's pretty similar to Drakkar Noir. They're both 80s powerhouses and they've both been kicking since the 1980s, so that's a pretty good indication that they're onto something good here. A lot of you blokes probably already own this, but for the younger ones that don't, definitely give this one a chance. Now, is it really such a bad thing to smell like your dad, to smell like your old man? Wear his cologne? I mean, he made you, didn't he? Exactly, that's exactly right. Davidoff Cool Water, it's an incredible scent, 25 bucks Australian. It's a no-brainer, guys, come on. Next up, for $35 Australian, we've got the 200 ml bottle of CK1 Shock. This is an amazing entry-level oriental fragrance. Get out of there. Presentation is solid, still looks good to this day, and the fragrance itself, rich, woody, a huge tobacco note, a little sweet as well. This is an amazing casual scent. You can pretty much wear it almost any occasion except the high heat of summer. This makes a great, sweet and sexy fragrance. Pretty much anyone of any age can pull this off. It's got just enough sweetness that a younger man can pull it off, and that rich tobacco note, that spicy tobacco note, really helps this become a mature scent as well. It doesn't really matter who you are, what your age is, you know, all of those factors are pretty much irrelevant when it comes to CK1 Shock. At $35, there simply isn't a better Oriental fragrance for that price point. This is an incredible scent. Most guys should be adding this one to their collection. Anyway, I've added this one to the list because it's a great casual scent and it makes a great autumn winter fragrance. That spicy tobacco note, it's incredible. I prefer this to Burberry London, and that's probably its other competitor at a similar price point. It performs better than that one, it's gonna get you more compliments than that one, and it's more versatile than that one as well, because you can be any age and pull this one off very easily. Whereas I find Burberry London for men, it's a little more mature. Don't worry though, I'm not crapping on the fragrance. It smells fantastic, but this one is just, it has a younger, fresher, more vibrant DNA. And lastly, a going out scent, a professional scent, a work safe scent. And I've got Boys de Vetiver by Karl Lagerfeld. You can get this one online for $30 Australian, between $30 and $40 Australian. So that either brings our combined total to $90 to $100. And for the money, you are getting one of the sexiest work safe fragrances around. The whole Lagerfeld line is really underrated. The vetiver in this is so elegant and so classy. Beautifully fresh and spicy. That vetiver note is to die for. This is gonna get you incredible compliments. The note of vetiver, the way it's presented here in particular, it smells luxurious, it smells elegant and classy. It's also got a little bit of bright citrus up the top. It's got a couple of herbal notes thrown into the mix as well to give it a bit of intrigue, a bit of interest. The performance for this one is amazing as well. I mean, I recently rediscovered this in my collection the other day and I sprayed it on my hand, and I reckon that thing lasted for about 7 hours, and it survived a shower as well. So do keep that one in mind as well. This is a performer, it's affordable, and it's very elegant as well. Where'd the hat come from? Out of nowhere. The entire Boys de line from Lagerfeld is really overlooked. People don't expect much from these fragrances, and that's why they're so slept on. As far as value goes, Boys de Vetiver is punching well above its weight. That $30 price point online, that vetiver note, man, this is something else. This is gonna get you so many compliments, it's ridiculous. And you're gonna be able to tell people you're wearing Karl Lagerfeld, so you've got a really solid brand name recognition as well. It shouldn't be about the brands, but people, for some ridiculous reason, especially younger people, care about the brands. The older you get, the less you care about the brands. But if you're somebody that's between 18 and 35, brands are probably going to be pretty important to you. But yeah, this scent is incredible. I highly recommend it. And so, depending on how you look at it, we've come in at the $90 price point, or we've come in at the $100 price point. I think what I've selected here is pretty solid for the price, for the value. I should also clarify that you could have picked an absolute plethora of fragrances here, a wealth of fragrances. The beauty of all of this is that you can pick a lot of different fragrances for under $100 and make a really good rotation. The fact of the matter is that people overpay on fragrances, people overspend on their fragrances, and you really don't have to. You can develop a really solid rotation for well under $100 Australian, and it's in no way limited to what I've selected as well. So what are your 3 choices for under $100 Australian? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.